Hey guys, Bl'Artagnan here. Shinryu can be a stressful place, but I'm here to provide you with a sense of profound tranquility and a luminescent sense of enlightenment. This is the DFFOO guided ASMR sleep experience for meditation and harmony and nethicite and, I don't know, Vaan things. He's got a character and an arc. Growth? No, I wouldn't say his growth. I hope he doesn't. If he does, he should see a doctor. I'm going to be gemming Vaan's FR here, and sorta hoping I don't get Minmu's BT along the way, just because then I'd have to go back and pull his LD and build the character, and it'd be a whole mess. So, ideally, we just throw some gems and quickly pick up that FR and peace out of here. But I figure we'll go ahead and start off with that intention-setting practice of the daily free pull that is nothing but gil in this case, and hop right into the gems. I think Vaan FR is in a weird spot right now, and I'm not the only one who's expressed something along these lines, because he looks quite good, quite solid. But if you have Vernoa, you don't really need him to clear content per se. She really is kind of does what you generally need a magic damage dealer to do in that context. But Vaan has some interesting stuff in his own right that I think makes him worth considering. I mean, he hits certain elements and blinds and stuff, whatever, yeah. And yeah, his BT effect, I think, is better in terms of party support in my estimation, just because it has that utility of the Brave floor, and on top of that, it lasts longer because he's a bit slower. He doesn't have the free turn thing with Angel Wing. So you can use it, in that sense, which is kind of nice. I don't know if it's necessarily a stronger BT effect, just I think a more supportive one. The most important thing, though, is I think his FR here has a couple of interesting interactions as far as letting party members take turns. So if you're basically in a situation where you're not blowing the boss up in a single burst phase FR thing, I think Vaan's probably wins out in those cases, because the free skill thing means no matter who you're with, they can trigger the big threshold, or the big percentage, I should say. Whereas, with Renoa, since she heals the party with passively herself, it kind of makes it hard to hit the HP regen thing, and not every party member is going to hit that special HP attack condition. Man, we're getting high up there, it feels like already 100 G tokens in. Nothing. Thanks, Edge. It's very edgeful. But the other thing about Vaan I think people are sleeping on is that the FR passively gives HP damage and max Brave cap whenever you satisfy the free skill condition, just on top of the other stuff. So it's an even bigger bonus than it looks like. That seems quite powerful to me. You can also, I think he's one of the few FRs at this point. I don't know if this is completely true, but he's one of the few FRs that you can get the full bonus, the full non-Vaan bonus, of course, because he has bonus for just being Vaan, for using a dead skill, which supercharges more than I think any other supercharge would necessarily do in the game, and that has some potential. I think that people are sleeping on that. I'm gonna see if I can prove that out. In addition, there's there's a debate to be had about how his, he gets that the FR Echo and the BT rework around now, and it looks pretty solid. But the thing is that that's basically, it's a free upgrade. You wouldn't want to invest in him at that point. You'd probably want to pick him up now, get some good use out of him when he's kind of top of the class, and then when that time comes, in an era, mind you, when we're going to be getting more and more BT characters and more, so you'll have to be more selective about who you build. It'll be a free upgrade it's a free powerful upgrade for a character you can kind of slot into teams to kind of, in case your roster is feeling in any way pinched. So I think there's some value there. Not saying everyone should pull from for that reason. I think these are kind of considerations, I'd say. At the end of the day, if you're just trying to be super resource efficient, honestly, you can... Oh, here we go. Sweet. Okay, we did it. You can probably skip him here, and honestly, you probably won't need him when he comes back either, because by that point, there'll be new shiny toys that aren't just reworked, returning characters. Quina or whatever. So objectively speaking, you could probably skip him, but hey, different playstyle, different character. Very hard to shut out, so he's going to be super flexible. And unlike Renoa, he'll be strong again at that point. I mean, Renoa will be stronger again at a future point. But, it kind of comes down to, I guess, what you're really feeling. Like, if you like the way Vaan plays, there you go. I will say, kind of subjectively, this is a subjective point that I'm going to save for the folks who got this late into the video. Vaan's been one of those safe bet characters, like Warrior of Light, or Cloud, or Squall, where, like, virtually every tuning pass he has been quite powerful, quite good. And so he's usually a safe bet to invest in. It feels like every time they upgrade him, he just gets a bit more over the top. And so I think that's something to consider. It's proven out, I think, with this newest upgrade. By comparison, I think Renoa really is not. She's had her ups and downs for sure. And again, this is just a investment comparison, I guess. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day because you pull characters for how they are now. It just the way the game works with the building up. You kind of feel like it's all about. You feel like you have to invest smartly. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and invest these G tokens in 8 Power Stones. Sweet. There we go. So, I don't know. Not telling you what you should or shouldn't do as far as Vaan goes. I think it comes down to kind of personal preference in a lot of ways. Unless you don't have Renoa. If you don't have Renoa, I'd say pick up Vaan. But anyway, that'll do it for me, I think. Thank you for joining me tonight. And you have a relaxing, tranquil, and unseasonably warm evening. Adios.